Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Wish You Were Beer. I thought I was going to do it.
Nope.
Okay. Of the Wish You Were Beer show. This is a live beer review show. We do it every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I really stumbled on that one. That was the tough one for me for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
It's because I have been Daniel's DD now for going on just about 3 weeks. So...
Yeah, I have not sobered up in like 3 weeks, and Tiffany is clean cut sober. Well, clean cut sober.
All these non-alcoholic beers.
No, but think
she's just drinking 40 non-alcoholic beers every night just to feel something.
Yeah,
she's like, I did hear last week if I drink 40 of these, I can get a buzz.
Yeah, so. Checks out.
Tiffany has put on 37 non-alcoholic pounds. Oh, Lord. But thank you, as always, for everybody for stopping by. Again, we do this every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Follow us on all the social medias. You can see them all down there at the page. I don't have to list all of them because I assume you know what TikTok is and can read. But make sure you follow along with us there. That's where a lot of our week-to-week stuff goes in when we're not doing this show. Also, make sure you check out our website, wishyourbeershow.com. We've got some beer blogs there. We've got our upcoming episodes. We've got our past episodes, catalog of what we've done and haven't done. And way more importantly than that, we got this outrageous merch site.
It's crazy. It's getting crazy.
Yeah, the crazy part is Mark Cuban called me last week, and he was like, hey, bring your merch on Shark Tank. Like, I don't know. Like, it's so good. We can't imagine what you could be capable of if you had the right investor. And I was like, Mark, you're preaching to the choir. You're just not my guy. Not a Mavs fan.
He's like, I'll give you $500,000 for 0%. I'm in.
Well, and that I still turned it down because it's not a charity for us. I wanted to be about the beer, less about the amazing merch.
I mean, buy a shirt. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about it. But,
yeah, that's the shitty part. He didn't even buy a shirt.
Yeah.
True story, Gabriel. Killing Twitter. We're up 200%, which means we have 20 followers on Twitter.
Killing it. I can't. You know what? I can't even open up our TikTok anymore because the followers are coming in so quickly. It's broken.
Honestly, between trying to keep up with the comments of like, oh my God, is Daniel really looks like that? I'm like, yes. Like in real life, it's not smoke and mirrors. We do have a couple of mirrors. They're on the ceiling. It's not important.
Okay.
As always.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Happy Thursday, you crazy bastards. As always, I am Daniel. This is Tiffany. That is Phil, who has a beautiful beer display behind him. Very
interesting. Yeah, you like this?
Right,
this is new. This is all of our upcoming beers.
Nice. I also love that you're in a somewhat foreign country and you bought a floating shelf and installed.
Oh no, that came with the wall.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually just the neighbor's shelf. He pushed it too far through, and so it just worked for me on my side.
Real mad.
The walls are just basically, cardboard. So.
Oh God, the Dutch! I get it.
Mm-hmm. God.
Are you on the Dutch side of the island?
Yes, nailed it.
Oh, you got it. See, I didn't even know.
Yeah. I'm back in St. Martin for the foreseeable future. Who knows how long I'll be here now? I think I'm lost, but I've got Wilson the volleyball here with me.
Okay.
So I'm good.
Okay.
And you got us on Thursdays.
Yeah.
No other day of the week, though.
No.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of time.
No, thank you.
I mean, I've got all the time.
Yeah, it's more me. It's not you, it's me.
God, the amount of times I've been told that.
Every week.
At least
just going to keep drinking this Carib. Ugh.
What? Are you drinking a Carib?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I know we're doing dry Jan. I mean, I know Tiffany's doing dry Jan.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But I got a Carib here in this little tiny can, or a regular size can. My hands are just
man hands.
Man hands.
Mm.
It's about the right size. Drinking a Carib because I'm back on the island, and that's what I drink when I'm here.
I love that's the Miller High Life of St. Martin. Like, just give me a few Caribs, watch some sport crabbing, I guess. I don't know what sports they do down there. I assume it's crabbing.
Oh yeah, they're big on sports crabbing.
Yeah, like who can crab the fastest?
God, they really go crabbing.
Yeah.
Which
seems odd because of the wooden shoe thing. Like, should you be in the water? Like,
well, that's how you crush the crabs.
I saw, so in one of my random like news feeds, I saw a kid went fishing with his family and caught a great white shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just reminded me of that.
I mean, if you're fishing, it's always possible.
No, the guy was like, this never happened before. And they like tagged it.
They charged it.
They did like a whole news thing. I watched like a little like YouTube clip of like a news story.
Low news day.
Kid was,
yeah. Heavy news day for Tiffany.
I like to keep up on things that are just on the fringe of cool.
Yeah.
So that I have things to talk about every week.
Like sport kid fishing. Doesn't sound as cool as it is.
Yeah, that sounds more like you're trying to sport fish for kids. And that is not appropriate. You're not allowed to be near
There's
schools.
only 1% of the population that would try to catch kids, and they're obviously psychotic.
Show's off to a great start.
I love this show every week.
I question myself every Thursday now.
Well, we know it feels. Phil, you're drinking a Carib. We know that.
Yep.
Now. We've settled on that. Tiffany, what are you having?
Just some sparkling water with lemon.
Good beer show.
In a Groundhog Day glass.
Yeah, because it's almost Groundhog Day.
I love it. True story.
Well,
Phil does have a beautiful halo.
Thank you.
Yes.
And the reason, Tiffany, you're drinking water is because you are participating in Dry January, and this is Dry January month here on the show. Tiffany, how's it going? You're 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
Answered. That's how it's going.
Wow. That's how it's going. Tiff, I think your brain's gotten slower since you
No,
stopped.
it was kind of one of those moments with like Thumper of like, if you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say anything at all.
Is that a Thumper quote?
Yeah.
I think it goes back further than that.
No, that's Thumper.
I don't think he wrote it.
Thumper is also great at smashing crabs, in case anyone was wondering.
But yeah, so I don't know if I recommend it or not. I mean, I do feel
0
better.
out of 5 stars.
I do feel better, like, because I think I said this early on that I was like had like inflammation and stuff like in my joints and was just like sluggish. I'm no longer sluggish, and my joints feel fine, but I'm bored as fuck.
So yeah, it's a trade-off.
It's a trade-off. Do I physically want to feel better? I mean, I already don't go to the gym, so maybe that's not.
Feel better and be bored.
Yeah. Got one life, man, YOLO. But here I am, 19 days in.
If you need any more tips or tricks, Vero did write us a new blog on our website about Dry January with some tips and tricks on how to succeed.
Yes,
I read it, and it's doing great for me.
I saw a TikTok.
I have decided the only reason I'm still succeeding is my original plan actually worked, and that was to tell as many people as possible that I was doing Dry January. So now I have no option to start drinking because then
everywhere we go,
I'm a failure.
If Tiffany even tries to order a beer or thought about it, she's told everyone. So there's no chance.
Right.
Even if she had a bad day.
But I did that to myself on purpose because I know myself. Last year, I wanted to do Dry January and we were still doing the show. And we did not do any on the show. And so I made it 3 or 4 days into January. And then it was like, well, we have all these like beer mug, like we're part of all these different clubs for different breweries around here. That's like apparently what we do. We only drink. I've noticed.
It's apparently our thing.
We did a brewery hop, and we had the show. So I didn't do it last year or the year before. So,
but boy, is it working out great this year.
I mean, you're almost there. You're pretty close. We only have one more Dry January show, so it's pretty.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
I think you got this.
100%.
Yeah. I'm just stubborn enough that I was thinking of also doing dry February 1st, just so I can beat everyone else who did dry January.
Because everyone does
by
dry
one
January
day.
is going to pound beer on the first.
So
and two
I
be
will
like, "I
win
need one more
all
day."
of, minus the people that actually are sober because they're alcoholics. I will beat everyone else.
Speaking of alcoholics, Daniel, how's your wet January going?
It's going great.
It's the wettest January it's ever been because I have a driver.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Not because we're having sex. It's because
No. Different wet.
Yeah. I mean, he's still waking up wet in bed. But that's just probably because he pissed himself.
Well, it's because I drank a lot of beer the night before.
Yeah.
I'm already a bedwetter. Like,
I'm
there's no secret.
I'm
in
on the
that.
couch.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of dry January, we got some dry January merch. I just got to pitch for a second because I got to throw out these shirts. I've spent so much money on them that I'd love if someone bought one.
Ready.
Yeah.
We got our dry January. I survived dry January and I attempted a dry January. So those are your two options there. And then we've also got one from last week, which is February, trying to chase after all your hard-earned money you saved during dry January.
Why is the February guy like a guard for the Queen of England, though? What is that hat?
I thought it was one of those furry hats, like the Russian hats. The one from Seinfeld.
Yeah, like where they shake it. Yeah,
No, it's like
ends up
they-
not being.
Yeah, well, that was because it was like rats. But like, what is that type of hat called?
Oh, I have no idea.
Starts with an F, I believe.
Do I look like a fashion
I think
girl?
it's furry hat.
No,
Furry
it's,
hat.
it's not furry.
Rat hat.
Pretty sure it's furry hat.
You got a faux rat hat?
But speaking of great shirts, so I didn't create a shirt for last week's episode because I created another shirt for the future because I'm trying to get some people to buy some shirts for the future.
Okay.
And what holiday do we have next month?
Easter.
Valentine's Day.
Oh, it's wet January. Go, Daniel. So I made this shirt that everyone can buy for Valentine's Day. It says, I'll do the close-up. Beer.
I can't see it.
I can't see it.
Can't see it at all. Is your internet about to go out again?
No, I can
I
hear
hope
you
not.
just fine. You're rocking and rolling.
All right. Well, it's a heart. I'm sure everyone in the comments can see it. It's a little heart. It says "Be mine" with the mine crossed out, and it says "Be beer."
I can see it on my phone, but I can't see it on our current screen.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are missing out.
I don't know.
Either way, it's a great shirt for Valentine's Day because we all need beer. We don't need a person.
Interesting. You can hear me, right? I'm here.
Yep.
Tell me I'm a person.
You're a person.
Tell me I can leave anytime I want to.
You cannot leave.
Fuck.
Wait, so can you see me?
Yes.
All right. So there's just something wrong with the overlays then.
You're super angelic.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm pretty sure I died a little while ago.
And the background looks good too.
It feels good.
I feel right.
We never talked about what you were drinking.
What?
What beer is that?
Oh, not the slightest. It's my ninth.
It's fresh powder. So BBC did their fresh powder.
Yes, it comes out around this time every year. It's a double IPA. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's delicious.
It smells
Friends
good.
of the show.
Ugh, it's so good.
It smells very good.
Yes.
I think VBC might be our most talked about brewery on this show.
We drink a lot of their beer.
Yeah. Well, and they helped us make our first beer. So
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
We do appreciate them.
Let's not get out of hand. I mean, it was a great opportunity. I don't know if we appreciate it, but let's not make it seem like they did us a favor.
all right, let's get into the show. Tonight, we are continuing our Dry January series, and we will be drinking Heineken Zero. Now, as we learned in last week's episode, this is the #1 selling non-alcoholic beer in America.
Correct.
So
I'm
We've got
interested for this one for that reason. And because everyone knows what a Heineken tastes like.
I don't remember.
Yeah. And so for this show, I actually, because Heineken is so popular here in St. Martin, it's like their official beer, I brought a regular Heineken as well. So I'm going to do a little comparison, see how it goes.
I assume Phil brings other clothes, but I can't vouch for it.
No, I got to promote this show. It's international. You know, everywhere I go, people are like, "You're the guy from Wish You Were Beer?" That's what they all say.
Love bringing in the Dutch community.
Yeah, all 6 of our viewers are from St. Martin, actually. So
Andy loves the island.
All right. Well, we got a little video to kind of show off because we've never actually done Heineken on the show. So I wanted to show a little bit of Heineken, see how old this freaking brewery is. Let's check it out. And then when we get back, we'll talk about Heineken Zero.
I like it. I love it. You do really forget how old this brewery is, though. Like when you or just the roots of it in general, until you see some of those old pictures. Might even be in
trivia. We'll see.
Is it?
I don't know.
Is it in trivia? Because I do have the year that it was opened. Is that in trivia?
Yes.
All right. I won't show it.
Well, great. Spoiler alert: 1994.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ken Griffey Jr., playing for the Mariners, opened a small brewery in Washington. He called it Heineken.
I mean, I want to get into this beer. Is it time?
I mean, we can do history and facts if you like. I love that overlay. None of the overlays have worked on our end up until this point, and that one just worked, and it made me so happy that it came through for us. Because it knew it was our favorite.
Did you not see the video either?
Nope.
I watched it on
pretended
our
like
phone.
We knew what was happening.
It was crazy too because your mic wasn't muted during the video, and I thought you were going to say something great.
I tried. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the show, which I assume is the 7 Heineken representatives watching currently, this is the portion of the show where we do a little bit of history and facts. It's morphed more into a little bit of trivia, sometimes about the brewery, sometimes about the beer, sometimes about the idea of the beer. You name it, we do it. So this week we're doing history and facts on Heineken Zero, or formerly known as Heineken, founded by Ken Griffey Jr. His father was a big Dutch beer drinker. Oh, are we back?
We're back, yeah.
Sorry, no, I was just giving
away trivia,
history and facts on this beer.
I'm not hitting the third time.
Just even just wait for it though.
Yeah, and of course. I mean, if my hands were available, which they normally are not, not while this shit is running. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I get it.
I got my Carib can here for everything.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, let's get into this. I'm excited. I'm excited to learn about this one. Tiffany, are you ready?
Always.
Good.
All right. True or false, Heineken uses a longer boil method to create their Heineken 0.0. So I know we talked a little bit about how non-alcoholic beers are created.
But I'm trying to think if that was in there.
And so there are various methods, but there is this is one of the more popular ones. So
this one?
This is one.
So to do a longer boil is a more popular one?
Yes.
Yeah, Heineken's not going to do the more popular option. They're a trendsetter. So I'm going to say false. I'm going false. They have some weird way that they do it, and they're like, you know what else we should do? Throw it in a green bottle too.
I'm going with true on this one. I think that they would just go classic, way of doing it.
You guys know Heineken?
I'm just thinking. This is what. Let me have my answers, Daniel. All right.
Okay. I apologize. Oh, everyone's wrong except
and I'm wrong. All right. Well, now that we know the answer,
the emojis.
It's not. There's no emojis on our side.
No. Elbow cough.
No, okay.
Sorry.
This is going great.
I fucking love this.
I thought that Andrew was secretly telling us he has COVID. I thought he was like coughing into my elbow, coughing. It's like, That's a weird way to tell us you have COVID.
Yeah,
Andrew.
you can just tell us, bro.
It's another announcement made on the show. We've had quite a few.
Yeah, first time we've found out about someone having COVID on the show. Good luck, Andrew.
All right. Tiffany, what is it?
So it is false. They remove the alcohol with vacuum distillation,
Interesting.
and then they blend it to create that like premium quality flavor and like give it the right amount of bubbles and carbonation.
Right.
But yeah, so they
Trendsetters.
they use a lot of the same. Well, they use the same ingredients as the original Heineken, and they use the Heineken A yeast, which is so Heineken started prior to yeast really being like known, which we've also covered.
Correct.
And so they actually named their yeast that they like were using. They found in the beer A yeast.
They named it A yeast.
Just A.
They could have named it
hyphen
yeast.
No.
They literally could have done anything,
Yeah.
and they went with A yeast.
A yeast. Yep.
I'm not impressed by that fact.
But yeah, so
I like the first fact.
But so one of the comparisons of what the non-alcoholic version is that it still has kind of that like fruity-ish like flavor, but it's more malty with the non-alcoholic one.
Right.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, over
Next
one.
question.
Yeah. Mouth.
All right. Which of the following is not a Heineken commercial? A, riding a scooter. B, a driver parked in a car. C, a Zoom call. Or D, a woman at the gym. And this is just where people are drinking the Heineken Zeros and getting caught.
Right.
People thinking that they're drinking a beer.
Correct.
But then they show the label that it's a zero.
I think driver in a parked car is definitely one of them. That's one of their intro commercials to the 00. I think there's a scooter meme with a guy with a Heineken Zero, and it probably comes from the commercial. So I'm going to say A and B definitely are commercials. Zoom call has to be at this point.
Yeah. A woman at the gym feels like it's not correct to me.
That's probably the
It's such a weird thing to drink at the gym anyways. Like that doesn't.
No, you drink a 0% beer because there's nothing in it.
Yeah, but you don't really drink a beer at a gym anyways. Like these other things are things where you could like drink a beer and if you got caught, it'd be awful. Whereas like woman at the gym drink, oh no, and I'm wrong. Not
necessarily.
Oh for 2. All right, Tiffany.
It is the Zoom call.
Really?
Well,
they haven't done a Zoom call.
There are so many.
Where have they been since 2020?
There are so many Heineken Zero commercials. I think I spent an hour of my life watching Heineken commercials this week. There is one of like it's like a famous race car driver, and he's like at the bar, and he's like shows that hey I'm drinking the Zero, and he's got his keys.
Mario Andretti.
No, it's not Mario Andretti.
Yes, it is.
I don't think so.
100%.
That was one of the first ones I watched. So I don't remember. Anyway. And then he goes out of the bar and there's like a gorgeous like yellow Lamborghini and it pulls off. And then there's like one of those little electric scooters. And so it's like, even scootering, like you shouldn't be driving or drinking and scootering, which I disagree.
We scooter pretty well when we're drinking.
Yeah, it's literally the best way to scooter. And then the other one is the guy in the parked car where like the cop comes up to him and he's like drinking and then he shows the cop.
That's like the first
Zero.
one I can think of seeing.
And then the woman at a gym, like she gets off of a treadmill and there's like a dude with like a clipboard, like, I don't know, like a trainer or whatever. And then like miraculously, which Phil, I agree with you. It's a weird thing to be at the gym. There's like a table and it's one of the non-alcoholic beers. And so she picks it up and is like walking through like the cardio area of the gym, like drinking this non-alcoholic beer. Yeah.
That's just them trying to catch up with like Mick Ultra, who's like, you deserve this. Like you ran today. Drink a Mick Ultra.
Okay, so she's drinking it like after leaving, like she's going to leave the gym.
Right, yeah. She's not
or she's finished the run portion and then she's gonna go do the weight portion.
Because I was gonna say, because you can't have anything carbonated at the gym. I mean, we all learned that with all sport back in the day.
Whoa.
You remember all sport?
Yeah.
The carbonated work.
God, man.
I do think I vomited.
It's like,
that
hey,
up.
do you like running and farting and burping at the same
No,
time? Good news.
I think I threw it up.
Right, yeah.
Whatever
And I-
pushes you forward. So.
It's like it was red. I just remember being like, "This is not good. This is not a good look."
I did just see we were watching TV a couple nights ago, and there was an Ant-Man
Yes.
Heineken Zero commercial.
That is going to be the Super Bowl commercial. They're going to do Ant-Man with the Heineken Zero.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Well, it's not trivia. I just happen to have a little banner for it.
I do zero research on this show. I just watched TV a few nights ago, and it happened to come up, and Phil prepared for it. Sometimes things just work out.
It's going to be the first non-alcoholic beer ever in a Super Bowl commercial, which I think is a good thing for non-alcoholic beer. You know,
I'm glad that it's becoming more of a thing. I'm still on the wagon of why are we calling this beer? It's more of just like a different type of soda.
Seltzer water.
Yeah, like it makes me sad every time.
You have made me sad today.
Every time I drink one, I'm like, this is not beer. This is not why I enjoy beer. So I'm hoping that maybe this one, because it is the most popular one, has that like actual flavor that I feel like is really missing.
Time will tell.
We're about to get into question 3 if we want to crack it open and get that started.
I would like to. That sounds great.
So question 3 is when we start drinking the beer to kind of understand it before we review it. Ooh, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
And as y'all know, we're drinking Heineken Zero. Wait, are yours in standard size bottles?
Yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. So Heineken's in St. Martin are tinier bottles. And so the Heineken Zeros are also in tinier bottles.
I just thought your hands were huge.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, these are just regular size bottles.
And I love the concern of like, well, we got to make it small. You know, we don't want them drinking too much of this.
Yeah, easy on the zero there, bro.
All right, let's get into question 3 while we crack this open.
Oh, look, though. This one actually has like a small amount of head to it compared to the other ones. Don't.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
I'm just haven't had a beer in
Heineken serves
19 days. Heineken serves 10 million beers across 192 countries daily.
Daily. So 10 million beers a day in
across 192 countries.
I can't vouch for the fact that there's 192 countries on the earth. That's how bad at trivia I am.
Homeschool.
I just want to make sure we know that, right?
Well, there's Baja California.
So Baja, Mexico, California is one of the 54 states in America.
Baja, Mexico, California. There's just there's so many numbers in this that I'm just gonna say true. I mean, unless there's some trickery with the numbers, but I'm going with true on this one.
It's the same thing you always say, like if I do trivia, like there's no way Daniel made all this weird shit up all in the same sentence. So unless it's like 191 countries and everything else is correct. In fact, I'm gonna say false for that reason. I'm gonna go with false. Just because yeah, exactly. Trickery.
If I get this one wrong, I'm 0 for 3. And that's
not the first time.
Speaking of your batting average.
All right, what is it, Tiffany?
It is false. So this
is a freaking number thing. I'm going to be upset.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So they serve 25 million. So 25 million.
Holy shit. So it's more beers a day.
Across 192 countries.
Man.
Wow.
And there are 192 countries.
I think there's 230.
Yeah, these are just the ones that Heineken served in, so not Qatar.
God, how many countries are there?
Exactly. Thank you. I'm not crazy.
My brain will be itchy if I don't look this up real fast.
No, that is nuts, though, to think about. So, like, you think about some of the beers we've had on the show or people like we have close contact with and the amount of beer they're serving. Or even think about, like, an Anheuser-Busch, like, somewhere like that who's working on crazy kegs. It's, like, crazy nuts.
Fun fact, there's 195 countries total.
195?
Yep.
Who are the 2 countries not getting...
The 3 countries.
3 countries not getting this beer?
North Korea.
We should start a fundraiser to send them
North
beer.
Korea, probably Iceland.
We can make a movie about bringing people beer. Oh wait, it's already happening.
Yeah.
The Zac Efron movie.
Yeah, true story. You got to take beer to Vietnam, bro.
Got it.
Yeah.
Movie looks great. I can't
There's
wait.
one thing worth killing innocent people over for political purchase. It's beer.
Look, if there's one thing I like more than beer, it's Zac Efron. So you put those two things in a movie, and I'm there.
Yep, I'm okay with it.
All right. Do we have any more about that, or are we moving on?
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah, I say let's go.
All right.
I can't read it, so good news, I have it here. I don't know why our thing is mad at us. Okay. What did Gerard Adriaan Heineken pioneer in the brewing world? A, refrigeration, B, quality control, or C, the 12-ounce bottle?
He didn't pioneer quality control. That's just called employment. You're the worst at this. You're fired. You're the best at this. I do quality control.
Okay.
So
refrigeration or the 12-ounce bottle?
Definitely not refrigeration, because that's not that character, because that goes way further back than that. So I'm going to go with the 12-ounce bottle.
I'm going to go with refrigeration on here. And the only reason I'm thinking it is because I'm in the Netherlands right now, and they serve beer in the 8-ounce bottle of Heineken. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the 12 ounce is the more Americanized version of it. And I'm thinking maybe the Netherlands still does it in the original 8 ounce.
Well, you're an idiot and wrong.
Deep cut here I'm doing.
Yeah, no, I dig it. Don't get me wrong, but
I realized that the year Heineken started was not a trivia question, and I remembered now why. And I was like, that's way too easy of a question.
Yeah,
so
1776.
we pull that up.
It was introduced in 1873.
1776.
Yeah. It is quality control.
What?
So Gerard Adriaan Heineken was born in 1841 into an Amsterdam merchant family. He bought this brewery in 1864 called De Hooiberg, which is the haystack.
Okay.
And so then he immediately...
You got to be kidding me. Is this happening for a second week in a row? Is it just going to be me here again? This is fun. You know what? I think something crazy is going on in Tiffany and Daniel's thing. But first, I have to reach out to the comment section to make sure that, once again, I got left alone here. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Vero. It is just me. And sadly, I'm not with Vero right now, so she can't just jump in and help out once again. What's funny is Daniel and Tiffany, so for those of you who can't see, they've got, I can see who's in the room, and they've got one of their cameras in the room, but not the other. All right. Well, while they're gone, I'm going to actually bring out something else that I bought because I don't know what else to talk about without them. If you all remember, I've drank this on the past show. It is called Desperado. It is a drink that is here in St. Martin, and it's in a bunch of other countries, except I don't believe it's easy to find in the United States or even available. So what this is it's actually a tequila beer. It's supposed to be like a tequila flavored beer. And when I went to the store today, they made a virgin flavor of it called Desperado Virgin, which applause to the name. Now, most of the Desperados that they have here in St. Martin are like a thank you, Vero. I almost confused it for Despacito, but that's what I say actually every time I buy it in the store, is I always go, ooh, Despacito. But this one, oh, Tiffany and Daniel look like they're back.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I don't know what's fucking going on with our internet is just killing us.
So we have two screens open, one for Tiffany and Daniel 2, so we can pull comments in, and then the other one that we use for full screen so that we can like look at Phil's beautiful face.
Yes.
And for whatever reason, the one that we use,
the full screen one,
went out.
Shit the bed.
But the other one, we were still watching you, and that one was not working. It was working, and then I went to go reload.
That was what was weird is you had your one screen up. So I was like, it's not their internet. I don't know what happened this time.
Yeah,
don't know either.
it literally just was like, you can't go to this site. Like, you got to run Windows diagnostics. Like, it just crashed. I have no idea. Anyway,
Bill Gates is on to us.
Well,
Yeah.
I was telling our viewers, because I didn't have anything else to talk about Desperado Virgin, which
Yes.
I also found. And I remember when I was drinking those Desperados in the last time I was in St. Martin. And this is also owned by Heineken. So double whammy, fit in the show. But I'm going to save it now until we get into the review section.
okay.
Now that you're back,
Just throw it
I don't
down.
know when my rambling.
get excited, everyone.
Let's go to the next question.
All right.
No.
Nope. We're going to the next one.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I can't see it.
Because I don't remember where. Heineken, true or false? Heineken was the first import beer available when Prohibition was lifted. Did they just cut out again?
Nah, we're here.
Oh, no, you're just still not talking. You know what's the best thing about a podcast is when people just don't talk.
I know you were cutting it out, so we were just like, "Oh no, like it's happening." I have no idea what it's
Right
doing.
here.
Yeah, I got it, love.
Yeah,
I have it
read
right
it.
here too. He was trying to read it.
Read it.
Heineken was the first import beer available when Prohibition was lifted.
False. Americans would never drink a foreign beer.
Import beer.
We wouldn't even drink an imported beer at that point.
We're literally drinking one currently.
If you want to call it a beer.
No.
Oh, my. This show's going great. Things are going well here on the show. It's just me again. Hey, who wants to know if Desperado Virgin bats? Anyone? We're going to cut this out because I think this is what everyone wants. Tell me in the comments if you want to know if Desperado Virgin bats. The bat's been gone for a while, so I'm going to go into it. But not until someone in the comments tells me they want us to know if it bats. All right. Yeah, thank you, Andrew. It's amazing that I'm floating on an island in the Caribbean here drinking my Desperado out of a bat for all to see, and Daniel and Tiffany's internet can't even hold up for a show. Oh, hey, the bat's out.
It bats.
Mm.
Are you batting
This is the Desperado.
Heineken Zero?
No, the
Oh.
Desperado. Every time you disappear, I Desperado.
Oh, Jesus.
Andrew, anytime you'd like to come over and look at our internet, I'd be more than happy to allow that.
Thanks seeing you. Maybe come fix our shit.
I just, I give up.
By the way, Desperado Virgin absolutely bats. It's actually freaking delicious.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, we didn't get to the answer to this one.
Sorry. Okay, so Heineken was the first beer that was available. Oh, it's showing now. Okay, that's good. So there was a rumor going around about Prohibition was about to be lifted. And so Heineken actually took a total chance and shipped beer to America while Prohibition was still happening. And so it arrived at about the same time that Prohibition was lifted. So it was the only import beer here for like, a week or two or whatever, prior to everyone else jumping on board and shipping things to America. So it was the celebratory beer that was imported.
Yeah, it's in that the Navy guy kissing a girl after World War II. He uses a Heineken.
You're getting your years mixed up.
Again,
1933.
1933 was World War II.
Is he holding a Heineken in that photo?
Yep.
No.
Look it up.
I don't think I ever thought about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on Wikipedia and change it real quick.
You are the worst.
That extremely consensual kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank God for
Yeah.
that time frame.
Also, I would just
America.
point out how terrible Prohibition is. I'm 19 days in, and they did 11 years. I wouldn't make it.
True story.
So, Kudos to
All
all
right.
these
Well,
1920s and 30s people.
Yeah.
Let's keep this shit show going.
Great.
I love it.
I want to talk about this Heineken Zero.
Let's do it.
Let's review it.
All right, so this is the portion of the show where we're going to review the beer through Untappd. If you're unfamiliar with Untappd, please go follow us on Untappd. Check out the show on Untappd. Get an Untappd. Talk to us on Untappd. Fucking untap it. However, tonight we are doing Heineken Zero in celebration of Dry January.
Yes. This is really good.
Let's not say we're celebrating Dry January.
Let's just say we're celebrating.
I am celebrating that I've made it 19 days of being stubborn. But
You've made it your whole life doing that, Tiffany.
So
got him.
I have not had a beer in 19 days. I don't at this point remember what beer tastes like. I can just smell how delicious beer smells
How
usually.
do you judge it then?
Oh, but I'm saying that this is good. We've had a couple other versions of non-alcoholic.
No beer this one.
Wow, we have had a couple other versions of non-alcoholic beer on the show. I've tried a couple. They're all pretty terrible. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be bad if it was me pacing my beers, but considering I'm not drinking anything, and it's like you know how like when you start drinking, you always want your nice beer to be the first one.
Sure.
After so many beers, it doesn't really matter what you're drinking.
Yep.
I don't have that ability. So it's just whatever is the first one is. And they're all terrible. But this one, I like this one. I 100% would drink this and be totally fine with it. And I'm for it. We should go purchase some of these.
What would you rate it? Let's say on Untappd.
Out of all of the non-alcoholic beers I've had, so again, rating it against non-alcoholic beers, I'm going to give this one a 4.5.
Fair.
I assume that there is something out there that is better.
It's called beer.
I have not found it. However, this is pretty freaking delicious, and it tastes like beer.
Yes.
Like it tastes like beer. It's got the right bubbles like beer. It's beer.
So 4.5.
Yep.
Okay.
Daniel, you go next?
No, Booger, you're going next.
All right. I think Tiffany said it all. I think this beer is phenomenal. I'm really pleasantly surprised. It looks like beer. It smells like beer. It tastes like beer. It's actually, if you gave this to me and said it was like, hey, have this really light beer, I'd be like, sure, and I'd drink it, and I wouldn't probably know it doesn't have alcohol in it.
This is 100% a standard shitty beer.
I think it's better than shitty though. I think
hold on. Hold on.
So when you're constantly drinking craft beer, and I say shitty beer because I even consider
it's a good everyday. You mean like the everyday Millers, the Budweisers, yeah. Yes. I know what you mean by that.
It is on the same par of PBR, on the same par of a Bud Heavy. It is not your $7 glass beer, but it is.
Yeah, I'm really impressed. This is actually the first one we've had so far where I'm really impressed by it.
Yeah.
It's shockingly good. Before I give my score, I'm also going to try it with a real alcohol Heineken.
Nice.
And find out whether or not, because I'm not sure if they were going to try to make a non-alcohol version of this, or if this is just its own little thing.
Well, I tell you what, you have a couple of sips of your regular Heineken, go back and forth.
You.
Yeah.
I can score it though, because I'm going to score it as what it is.
Okay.
I'm joining Tiffany right there. This is a 4.5 for me for the exact same reason. If there's probably a better, I'd like to see if they can make a craft non-alcoholic beer, but as as non-alcoholic beers go, 4.5. I'm right there with you.
Fair. For me, this is a flat 5. This is a Heineken. If you handed this to me and just said, "Here, have a Heineken," that's exactly what I got, and I would be none the wiser to it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd know different.
No, I wouldn't know any beer different than that. I'd just be like, This is alcoholic, non-alcoholic. It tastes like a fucking Heineken.
Also, I know athletic beer is coming next week. I've had some. This is better.
Wow.
No.
Settle down.
Sorry.
I'm
just
just settle.
Now no one's watching next week's
I'm trying to
episode.
review this damn beer, and we're talking about another beer.
I just saw.
That's why you just don't
I
respond
saw
to
Barrow's
it.
comment. I'm sorry. God,
We're talking about Heineken. Damn it,
it's good.
it's good. Now, honestly, if their goal was to make a Heineken, they made a Heineken without alcohol. It tastes like a Heineken. Whether you're looking from a non-alcoholic beer standpoint, it's a great non-alcoholic beer, but it tastes like a motherfucking Heineken, which is this is a Heineken.
Yeah.
You tell me
So
that you just had a Heineken.
I'll tell you in a second. I'll wait for your score and then I'll go into what.
I told you it's a flat 5 for me.
It's a
from
5. That's right.
non-alcoholic. I'll
What's
drink
that?
that shit all day long.
So for the show score, is that a 4.5 or a 4.75?
4.5. Yeah.
4.5. Yeah.
All right, which is I'm shocked that we got a 4.5 during dry January. Although I know we do compare them to other non-alcoholic beers, and so of course,
Sure.
4.5. I'm sticking to my 4.5 even after trying a real alcohol Heineken next to it, because Daniel, I agree with you. When I drank this Heineken, totally tasted like Heineken. Everything about it's a Heineken. Then I had a real Heineken and I went, oh, no, it's not quite Heineken.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but it's funny because this tasted like Heineken to me when I first had it. And then I had this and I went, I don't know if I know what Heineken tastes like. It's slightly different. But I will say the Heineken Zero tastes like a Heineken Light.
Okay.
Didn't they ever do a Heineken Light?
They did.
I want to say they did, or they still do. It's very much a Heineken Light because there's so much more. There's I forgot how Heineken's heavier than I think you think it is.
Sure.
And it's got a bolder taste. But what they really nailed here in this, I think, and this is why we're all thinking it tastes like Heineken, it smells like Heineken.
True story. Which is
it has
a taste.
And it's got the right carbonation. I feel like every other beer I've had is not well carbonated, or non-alcoholic beer. It's not well carbonated.
But if you smell these, they smell identical. So I think a lot of it is you smell it and you're smelling that Heineken, and so then you think it tastes like it, but it's definitely lighter than this. So I would say this is a Heineken Light, which is still a Heineken, which is still fantastic that they were able to take the alcohol out of it and have it taste this good.
It's that vacuum distillation.
It's that Ant-Man. They sent him in.
Distillation.
Paul Rudd's
so for us, we gave Heineken Zero a 4.5. Let's do our favorite thing now and find out what other people on Untappd think of Heineken Zero.
One of my favorites.
So here we go.
Yep.
Agreed.
Dang.
However, he took a picture of it in the dark and it looks like a fucking stout. He doesn't have anything in the glass, actually. He just took a picture of reflective glass into his empty soul.
Well, he needed the bitches to know he was at Capitol Grill, which
100%. He also tagged 3
you can
friends.
only use Amex Platinum cards at Capitol Grill. So
the finest
fake beer. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. Jonathan's at O-Town. He knows some things.
He knows some liquid
if
dreams.
He's been to O-Town and he's drinking Heineken Zeros. He is 100% roofing other people's drinks.
Or he's just trying not to.
No, he's at a bar drinking fake beer at O-Town. Come on.
I'm just saying, now he can have an O because he's not drinking. Great beer, just tastes very fresh and delicious. The bottle has a screw cap. Have you already had bottles with a screw cap? I know, dude. Wait, what?
What?
What? Who's Duke?
I love that Tijin used this as a social media app and asked his friend a question. But this is translated, right? So see original.
Maybe.
Yeah, so something got discombobulated in there.
Just tastes a bit sad. Anytime you're drinking a non-alcoholic beer, I will say that it all tastes a bit sad.
Again,
But
earned
the
low
score is not
gravity level 2 badge. This is his 5th beer.
It just
I
means
like how he's got 5 in and he's already doing non-alcoholics. He was like, too much.
No,
Can't have any more.
low gravity is like it's what, under 4%?
Yeah, it's table
or something?
beers.
Yeah.
I'm at low gravity like 38.
I don't even know what
These guys are idiots.
Kieran's a
All right. I'm going to give.
Boy.
That's it for Untappd. We're going to get an extra review from me, which is the Desperado Virgin, also from Heineken. And I love Desperados. I drink them all the time when I'm here because they're a tequila flavored malt beverage beer, whatever they want to call it. They have a little bit of tequila in them apparently, but I've had they've got like a red guava version, they've got a lime version, they've got the original. I'm assuming this is a zesty citrus.
You gotta love that zest.
And I think what's hilarious about this is Desperados in general taste like a soda to begin with. So giving me the zero version is just giving me a soda. Like, I don't understand the Desperado Zero. I don't like, it's not like, hey, I want to look really cool drinking a Desperado at a bar, but I don't want alcohol. Like, no one looks cool drinking a Desperado to begin
that's
with.
the only reason you order one somewhere.
You look desperate.
You play the Eagles on the jukebox, and then you order a Desperado.
Like, if you're drinking a Desperado, you might as well just order a soda. Like, no one is. I don't understand why this exists. I don't get it.
A chaser?
I don't know. Like, I really don't. Like, if you're drinking a regular Desperado, like, you're already someone. I mean, they're strong. So most Desperados are like 8%. So they're a strong beer. But I just don't get it. Like, just order a soda. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's nice that they gave the option. So I'll say that.
Nice
But
to get the option.
It basically just tastes like a soda. Like,
well, I mean, I feel like the God, what are the lemonade? Not the Mike's Hard Lemonade. And then like what's the ice one?
Smirnoff Ice?
Yeah, like all those like malt, like they're just
No.
sugary. They don't taste like alcohol. They taste like a soda.
Right.
But do they have non-alcoholic Mike's Hard Lemonade? Is it just Mike's Lemonade?
It's just Mike's Lemonade.
It's Mike's Lemonade.
Yeah, it's basically in the same. It's like the Country Time
It's
Lemonade.
where Mike started.
But Mike just crossed out Country Time and put Mike's.
Wait, but do they actually have non-alcoholic versions of Mike's?
Oh,
and
I don't know.
Smirnoff?
Oh, no,
I have
no.
no idea.
I hope they do, but
Okay, so
I'm just saying,
I guess that's kind of, yeah, Tiffany, you're making my point here where it's like,
Yeah.
why it'd be like having a twisted tea, non-alcoholic twisted tea. Like, what are we doing here?
It's not
Right.
twisted.
Yeah, so that's where I'm going with this Desperado. It's like, we're already drinking some fruity, delicious drink. Why do we need it? I don't know.
They're just trying to
I
get
don't know.
on board
I don't know.
with the non-alcoholic stuff, which
True
I
story.
can get on board with that.
That being
Which
said, it's delicious.
I wish
It's
some of our
fantastic.
breweries here would have gotten on board with the non-alcoholic beers, but
That's for selfish reasons.
well, I'm not the only one doing dry January.
Yeah, you and 3 other people in the area are, and we shouldn't brew a whole beer for them.
It's not just us.
We're not alone.
I'm not alone.
All right, we got. I literally was about to say it. We got one more portion of this show.
Yeah,
Before
I saw it
internet
coming.
/ computer dies, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
So this is the portion of the show where we take just a quick second to reflect on something that we wish was actually beer versus what it really is. So everyone spends most of their week thinking about this and coming up with it. So luckily Phil's ready.
I am.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. Go ahead.
All right. So what I wish was actually beer is that 90s show. Because if I watched 6 episodes worth of beer, I would have been drunk and enjoyed myself.
Not good.
You know what? Here's my issue. I've got a few issues with that 90s show. I don't need to go into this. We'll save it for our That 90s Show podcast. But
see you tomorrow.
First off, they shoot it in like the original house from That 70s Show.
Okay.
But all the furniture kind of still looks like it's from That 70s Show.
It's because it's the same set.
Well, no, it's supposed to, isn't it like it was the parents for That 70s Show, so it's still their basement. They just haven't like updated it, right? And it's like now like grandparents or something.
Right.
So so the basically freaking what's his Topher Grace, is that his name?
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me think. Is it Topher Grace?
I was trying to think it was that. I don't know. Basically, it's their kid moves in with the grandparents, and so they're at grandma and grandpa's house. So like obviously, when our grandparents had the same kind of furniture, I get that, but it's like it's That 90s Show. They're making the weirdest 90s references that aren't that funny, and then I understand. I don't need them to correct. I mean, I don't need them to make another show filled with a white cast because we've had enough of that in the world. But there's still something about 90s Wisconsin that has a gay Asian kid, like, and then like a bunch. It's like super diverse show, and I'm like, well, it's still Wisconsin in the 90s, like.
Yeah.
But I can let that go. I know it sounds awful, but
I don't know.
there's just like this little part.
Up on it.
There's just like a little part of it. You're like, ugh.
I just love that you're like, I get they live in the basement. I get but the gay Asian kid, I don't know, man.
There's just something about it that just throws me off. But that I can look past that. But the show is just bad. It's just so bad. Sorry. I was literally watching it before this episode. I watched like 6 episodes before we filmed this.
I love you watched 6 of them.
Like it wasn't like the first one, like, it's just not a good show. I'm not interested. They're
gonna come around.
6 of them.
They're gonna come around.
So
I kept going.
It's gotta be
it's
like,
because
not terrible.
It's because I thought I filmed the show at 8:00 and I forgot that it's an hour. I'm an hour ahead. So I was like, I'll just watch like 2 episodes before the show, and then I was there forever. Sorry. Go on.
Again, we'll cover it tomorrow on our That 90s Show podcast.
You know that one already exists.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah. Talk about all that.
All that.
Keenan and Kale.
Don't talk about Keenan and Kale. You don't get to mention them.
Okay. So what I wish was beer this week was being the DD. Because I've been doing that a lot. And if I was instead having a beer, it would be more fun.
I think this was your last week's.
Nope. Last week was my finger, which is still fucked up.
Also,
how dare I forget about that one?
Some of us haven't been drinking for 19 days, Phil.
Again, the Rain Man hasn't been drinking for 19 days, suddenly can tell you what you ate a month ago.
That's saying
otherwise can't figure out what's going on
hot
in
dog,
any given day.
2 hot
but
dogs.
0 beer, everything is better somehow.
No, it's worse.
It is so much worse.
It's so much worse.
I can help.
Save
all right. Sorry you gotta cart me around safely.
Yeah. You know, it'd be really nice if you did that for me next month.
Oh, well, it's February. Why not? It's my birthday month. I would love to do something for you.
Yep. Super wet February.
Question.
All right. Go.
I don't know. Nobody gave me the okay to go.
I feel like I did multiple times with my eyeballs.
Okay.
Like, go ahead, man.
Mine's real simple. I just wish classified documents were beer so that as we keep finding them, it'd be way more exciting. Oh, beer. Oh, I forgot I had a beer at my home. Oh, I forgot to put one in my office. Because apparently everyone in the government does it. We just don't know about it until we start looking for them.
I'm always shocked about the classified documents. Like, is he just keeping them in his closet? Like, what world is this?
Nah.
No.
Don't go down a political rabbit hole.
I'm not. No. I'm literally.
It's just I'll take my papers.
Would you fucking let me talk for a second?
Oh.
Okay. So, when you are dealing with classified documents, as I have in the past, there are so many freaking rules. like you cannot leave the vault. Like you need to have like passwords. Like if people don't recognize you, or if you're in there, they put on like blue lights, like it's a freaking Kmart blue light special, and they're like going around so people know that like there's someone unauthorized in the room, and you can't leave them laying around. They have to have cover sheets that say what it is. So you can like check it in, check it out. It's got to go in very specific vault like cabinets. And that's just like your regular secret level. Top secret is a whole different thing. Then you're in a skiff. Anyway, it is insane. Like the amount of hoops that I had to jump through, even like to just print out like low level, which is still secret, which is damaging to the country kind of level, but not severely damaging, but just damaging. Like, and just like there's TSSCI, which is,
we got to get to it, man.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. No one knows what the fuck you're talking about.
It is insane that these documents end up anywhere outside of where they originated. And it just goes to show like when you're at that level, like you need to be given these documents at some point in time to read. And it just kind of happens to be wherever you are because you're the president or the vice president or whatever. But
so you're agreeing that Trump and Biden both of them fucked up. Took them home?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, so whoever delivered it to them, because they needed to see it like at that point in time. This is just
Andrew says, I wish sleep were beer because you can't buy sleep by the case at Costco.
True story. True story.
I'm sorry, was there more?
I wish my Uber driver was beer because we would have to get into top secret arguments.
That wasn't a top secret argument.
Gabriel says, I wish my marriage was beer because the deposit would have only been 5 cents and actually redeemable.
Good Lord.
It's way more expensive to get out of a marriage.
How is your wife not watching this show and murdered you yet? I don't understand.
It's actually his wife, and she's just putting these things
up. Oh, I love it. She's making Gabriel look bad.
Because Phil, you were supposed to see him, and he got sick, so you couldn't see him.
Yeah.
I mean, his wife killed him so long ago, and she is just on this show making it seem like
she's always been Gabriel. Hey, Wayne.
Hello.
How are you, buddy?
Wayne Green just joined the show.
Well, good news. You missed everything, and it was awful, and welcome.
And Gabriel's wife says she can't stand this show. Sure.
Oh, same thing Gabriel's wife would say after she buried him. Yeah. So, yes. I'm beginning to think Gabriel's not even a real person.
He does use avatars.
I miss his old little logo.
Yeah, yeah.
The original little pink hair.
The original little Pokemon character or whatever. Yeah, I caught a Charizard.
And one more before we head out. Katie says, I wish showers were beer because beer shower go.
Yeah. Duh. Read a book.
I think I had that one in one of our early episodes where I wish that my shower had beer.
Yeah, you were in the shower.
You were in the bathtub.
Back when I shot this show in a bathtub.
Now you just shoot it wherever the hell you are.
I love it.
At any point in time.
Yeah. All right, we got another show next week, apparently, if we survive this one.
We'll see.
What are we doing next week?
Athletic Brewing.
Athletic Brewing.
Well, what's funny is I actually don't have next week's up here because the Athletics in the fridge. Yeah, the Athletics in the fridge.
You fucking jerked off about this, like, I have every beer up here. What am I going to do while I'm here?
Well,
except for the promo beer.
Next week, we are continuing, and it'll be our last Dry January episode. Thank God. Even though I've been drinking through all the shows anyways. We're doing Athletic Brewing, which is a complete brewery that completely does non-alcoholic beers.
I love a complete brewery that only completely does something.
Yeah.
Well said.
Not a half brewery that only completely does it, but a complete brewery. I'm interested because this was so freaking good, and now we're gonna drink beers like Tiffany was saying about the Athletic one, which we already know what her opinion is of it. But I'm excited because that's all they do. So if they're doing them bad, then what are they doing?
That's fair.
I need to try different flavors of theirs and go get some.
I think I've got 2 different ones.
Maybe
Possibly.
next week.
We'll find out.
Next week sounds good.
Hmm.
We'll meet back here.
Yes. Let's reconvene next Thursday, say 8:00 Eastern
I'm
time.
gonna put it in my calendar.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, see you then.
All right. Well, if you're still watching the show, thank you for watching and sitting through this. WishYouWereBeerShow.com for all of our incredible merch, including our new shirt, which Tiffany and Daniel can see now.
Yes.
There you go. That's the new shirt. Right in time for Valentine's Day. We've also got our Dry January shirts. And follow us on social media for all of what's going on, especially TikTok, blowing up over there.
Huge.
And I think that's all we got. See you next week.
Yeah, we'll see what the internet does.